Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. Forcibly dismantling Huawei's 5G equipment and tearing up 120 billion orders. Some EU member states finally raised a rock and shot themselves in the foot. China has always been the main force in international trade and has frequent economic and trade cooperation with the EU. According to statistics from the Commerce Department, the import and export volume between China and Europe will reach $850 billion in 2022, far exceeding the $710 billion in Europe and the United States. However, European countries, which have always had close business ties with China, fell into trouble when the United States poured dirty water on Huawei's 5G equipment, and one after another sided with the United States. They banned Huawei equipment under the banner of maintaining national network security, and even forcibly demolished Huawei's 5G facilities that have been built. Ren Zhengfei said bluntly after learning, "They will regret it." Without Huawei 5G, how did the EU become like this? The survey shows that EU countries rely heavily on Huawei's 5G equipment. Take the UK as an example. Over 40% of the country's high-speed optical fiber and civilian networks use Huawei equipment. The former strategic partners are now turning their faces and ignoring people, slamming Huawei's 5G equipment and questioning its possible data leakage. However, according to British industry insiders, it will take 3 to 4 years to dismantle these devices alone, and the loss is expected to exceed $120 billion. The total loss of EU member states dismantling Huawei's 5G is as high as $250 billion. It can be said that the politicians opened their mouths, and the communication personnel ran away. Without Huawei's 5G support, the UK may be at a disadvantage in the global 5G competition. According to Global Finance reports, after dismantling Huawei's 5G equipment, the UK's current network speed has dropped to the 4G era, or even not as fast as 4G. In its communication market, broadband for civilian use is expensive and slow. A 60M broadband is sold for 400 yuan a month, which is even called extremely fast broadband by merchants. At the same time, British netizens complained one after another, "No matter if you take the subway or train, you cannot surf the internet or even make phone calls." There are many foreign media reports about this. The network signal of 500,000 British homes is weaker than that on Mount Everest. 74% of young people in the UK also said that internet instability is really terrible. Not only is the United Kingdom facing a dismantling dilemma, but the United States spent $5.98 billion to dismantle Huawei equipment, but only 2% of operators really dismantled Huawei equipment. The more frustrated, the more courageous, Huawei 5G turned against the wind. Statistics so far show that China has built more than 2.64 million 5G base stations, accounting for 90% of the world's total, and the number of 5G terminal connections exceeds 200 million. According to the Fact Investigation of 5G Standard Patent Declaration report released by the German patent data company Iplytics, Huawei has the largest number of 5G standard patent declarations, as high as 3,147 families. In addition, according to relevant media, Huawei's Kirin 5G chip has been successfully developed. Seeing that Huawei's 5G technology continues to make breakthroughs, the European Union regrets it and turns around to show its favor. Recently, Huawei is participating in 11 projects of the European Union's flagship research and innovation program, Horizon Europe, each of which received 14% of the funding, and received a total of €3.89 million in funding. The Chinese nation has always been advancing bravely in the torrent. Not only in the chip manufacturing industry, breaking the blockade of the United States to produce self-developed chips, but also in the field of biotechnology, gradually breaking through Japan's monopoly, developing products that can improve human health, and gradually realizing localization. The above products have recently received widespread attention in the field of men's health care, and the company's online name is Betakiang. It is said that this enhancement product is a cutting-edge technology used by Qingbei researchers to interfere with the degradation of male ability through mitochondria. Previously, this bioenzyme technology had been occupied by Japan, and it harvested 300 million difficult-to-stand groups in China at a high four-digit price. It is about the dignity of men, but it is controlled by foreign countries. Fortunately, domestic scientific researchers have broken through this technology, and combined with the needs of daily maintenance, they have developed Betatron male vitality products that contain natural ingredients such as Thai wild black ginger. Published experimental results show that men aged 30 to 45 can enhance their key abilities and then have a long-lasting erection. According to the data released by the think tank, the men's supplement caused a rush of buying as soon as it was launched, and the sales volume exceeded 10 million overnight. It can be seen in the background that there are many orders for 12 bottles of dosage, and related expressions such as standing up for a long time and more harmonious at night are also particularly eye-catching. Not only is it listed in the domestic market, but Betatron products also counterattack the overseas market, attracting the curiosity of overseas audiences with the slogan "Make him stronger." China's rise is unstoppable. In recent years, countries such as the United States and Japan have tried their best to suppress China in terms of high-speed rail, nuclear power, manned space stations, shield machines, aero engines, and chips, but they have all been gradually conquered by China. Today, 5G chips have also been broken through, and the rise of China's high-tech is unstoppable. This also means that the good old days of Western countries, especially the United States, are coming to an end. A united nation cannot be oppressed. In the face of siege, China will only stand out from the siege and strive to rise. A series of trade controls have also made China realize that core technology is the foundation of a country, and cutting-edge technology must be overcome before China will not be afraid of suppression.